Normally, this would be a good time to reflect upon the beauty of nature. But it is 6 a.m. Covering my head with my pillow, I slam my face into the mattress, hoping that the impact will send me instantly back to sleep. Futile. Futile. I toss and turn, but sleep simply won't return to me. Alright, nature, you've won. See, I'm getting up now. The lack of sleep weighs my mind down, but there's only one remedy for this. A nice hearty breakfast. It would be nice to be the first person here. To be the first to dig into the piping hot pile of food. To sit wherever I desired. It would have been nice. But even my exceptionally early start has put me behind the most diligent students. I guess there are quite a few people that have early starts here, for one reason or another. A group of students in sports clothes huddle around one table, eagerly discussing game plans in between inhaling great gulps of food. Scattered around the hall are a number of bleary-eyed students, probably suffering from the same ailment as myself, noisy birds. And of course, there are the people that actually enjoy getting up this early, the ones with their bags stuffed with textbooks and completed homework. It's hard not to despise people like that. I'm gonna fucking take your lunch money. It's hard not to despise people like that, even more so when you're tired yourself. Picking out a familiar face in the thin crowd, I head towards the nearest table. Lily sits alone, delicately feeding her way a small plate of eggs with her fork. It's almost a shame to interrupt her in her clockwork movements. I wonder, is this how a blind person zones out? Simply moving in a predetermined patterns learned over the years, just like how a sighted person would be reading a fucking movie. Jesus Christ. Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect you to be here this early. Oh, Ramsey, you startled me and made me lose track of my food. Now I'm going to starve to death, thank you. I didn't know you took breakfast this early. I don't. This is an exception to the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Lily gives a small sigh at my admitted tardiness as I begin eating my food. It doesn't take long for her to lapse back into her previous mindless nibbling. Each short motion lacks energy. I suppose this is similar to letting your eyes wander while performing an ordinary chore. But after a few repetitions to find food and eat food cycle, Lily puts her fork down and dabs her lip with a napkin. Ramsey, do you mind if I ask you a question? Damn. All I want is a little food and about 4 hours of sleep. And nobody says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Sure. Do you think of Hanako as a friend? Huh. Seems like a leading question. I guess so. Why do you ask? No real reason. I do have another question though. Why is it that you think of her as a friend? This is well above my level. What is she expecting from me? I'm not really sure. I guess it's because she's a little different in the way she deals with people. Hmm. Since I've known her, she hasn't really connected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people, and I think people are a little scared of her, scared off by her appearance. Really? I thought that kind of thing was like, well, discouraged here, discriminating and such. If I were to put it one way, she furrows her brow in thought, a movement which makes me slightly anxious as to what she's plucking from her mind. I'd say you're a little naive. You fucking bitch! Na- Naive? I'd be insulted if not for the slightly cynical grin on her face. I see. While has a stronger sense of community compared to other schools, it's far from being free of conflict. Rules cannot remove human nature, after all, only suppress it. Surpass. That's something I've noticed, actually. Just little things, like how certain people and cliques avoid each other in the hallways. It's no different than my old school, really. Even Lily and Shizune could be considered bitter rivals, even though they both seem like fairly accepting people. Well, at least the Misha-tinted Shizune does. Who who knows what's actually going on with those fingers and behind her glasses. So, someone who can't speak or someone who can't hear, they've never heard their actual voice. So when they think to themselves, do they hear their words? I'm actually genuinely curious now. I'm gonna Google that later. I guess you're right.
Google that.
I am. Not right now.
No,
a little later.
they hear what their true voice sounds like.
Yeah, but what's their true voice sound like? I wanna know.
You don't want to know.
Fuck.
How would you know about the
You're right, I'm blind. I guess you're right. When I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. Eva, don't do that. I keep on making. I kept on making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making mistakes. Like when we first met, I said I see to you. I didn't know if that was considered rude or anything, so I tried to put it in the back of my mind, treating people any differently and that kind of thing. So I didn't. I told myself that Hanako and you, everyone else was just normal, and I tried to ignore the obvious. I talked to Hanako as if she were any other person, so we became be friends. At least that's how I think it happened. But you know, I feel guilty just from saying something like that aloud. As if it took extra effort to think of Hanako or you or anyone here as normal people. I don't think that's right. Ramsey, I think you are naive, but I also think you are a good person. It is perhaps one of your better traits. I suppose I can take that as a compliment. Tell me, are you free tonight? I'd like to have a threesome with you. If you don't count homework, then I'm free as the breeze, dude. They call me the breeze. I'm changing my Discord name from Updog to the Breeze whenever we read this. In that case, would you care to join myself and Hanako for tea? I don't really have too much money at the moment, so going out isn't really. Oh, I didn't mean going out. Just here, this evening.
I don't get it.
You can access the classrooms in the evening here? No, that's not what I meant. Hanako and I often use my room for tea parties together.
Sleepover.
Please feel free to drop by after dusk. I'm going to the girls' room. Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your room number? 225, room 25 on the fifth floor. Okay, sure. Well then, I'd had best head off. I had best be off. I have class representative duties to attend to, after all. Until this evening, Ramsey. Yeah, catch you later, bitch. Hang on. Was I just invited to a girl's room after hours? Is that even allowed? There is the curfew here, but I've never heard any rules about visitors in the dorm rooms. Even still, this is enough to get my sleep-deprived brain jump-started. Add that to... I thought it said add that to leukemia breakfast. Add that to a lukewarm breakfast, and you have one hell of a pick-me-up. I grudgingly go to class, still a little excited at the prospect of breaking rules. Jesus Christ. I feel like I feel a little like a kid planning to sneak out of his window at night. What the fuck kid plans to do that? Unless like they're in an abusive home getting bullied by their parents. Well, maybe that's just going a little too far, but when you compare an invitation to a party at 6 or so... Yes? You okay, Eve?
Like,
But when you compare an invitation to a party to 6 or so hours of lectures, I know which one wins. Misha and Shizune do little to relieve my boredom either. For once, they seem determined to actually complete Muto's assignments. Nevertheless, the day eventually winds to a close. Jesus. I hurry back to my room to wash up and comb my hair. Thankfully, I don't run into Kenji. Why? Kenji can comb my hair for me. Maybe give me a back rub? You don't know. For long, I'm leaving the boys' dorm. I nervously rap on the door marked 225, checking my watch once again. Is that you, Ramsey? The door is open and you can come in. I adjust my cufflinks and my tie as Lily's voice lilts through the door and soothes my nerves. This is the tips, Fedora. This is the first time I've been invited to a girl's room after dark. Even though I know there is no ulterior motive behind this invitation, it doesn't stop my mind running wild with possibilities. One guy, two girls, in a dorm room with a G-set. When I put it like that, it sounds a little dodgy. Giving a small sigh to steady myself, I gingerly put my hand on the handle and open the door, craning my head to see inside. Hanako's whoa! Lily's fucking hot. Hanako's fucking hot. Cool, cool. The door the
No,
door
that's the right word.
the door opens completely. The door opens completely and I catch my first glimpse of Lily's room. Her furniture looks almost antique, but the bare walls and flat surface are barely decorated at all. In the center of the room sits a low table, where I see a small tea set at rest. It seems that everything in this I sure hope I don't get burned or anything. Am I right, Hanako? it's It seems that everything in this room has its place, po- possibly accepting the several piles of books stacked up against the wall. My sense of vision isn't the only one to be stimulated. The faint of something can be picked up in the air. Nail polish, perfume, makeup. It's hard to describe it in any other way than girly. My eyes finish their quick sweep of the room before returning their position onto the girls. Lily sits next to the table, wearing a very dark blue pajamas. Dark blue pajamas with shorts that show off plenty of her alluring pale legs. Opposite of her, Molly sits at the door in a conservative light pink gown. Her hands are firmly fixed between her legs, her shoulders forward, and her head down, as if trying to hide herself in it. It would be easier for her to do. It looks about 2 sizes too big for her. Waves of flannel flow down her frame, making her look like a child playing dress up in her parents' clothing. She looks up to confirm my identity, and the beginnings of a thin smile creeps across her face, before vanishing so fast that I can't be sure they were even there. There's no point in you standing in the doorway, he's out. I take a step into the room, closing the door behind me. My, I'm afraid this really is a small room for the three of us. Would you like to take a seat on the bed? She didn't say the bed, but I wish she did. That'd be pretty funny. I slowly walk to the table and sit down, trying my hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance at Lily's top as I sit. Don't make that joke! You can't make that joke because I made it first and you didn't get it. You just thought it was funny. To be robbed of sight would be a most terrible fate. Well, now, how about some tea? Hanako, could you please pour? Sure. Z, would you like, I would love some tea. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. Thank you. Lily finds it. Yeah, I can fucking see, unlike that blind bitch over there. Thanks. Lily finds it difficult to resist a smile at her companion's nervousness, something I can't really blame her for. Been a tiring day? Yeah. I relax at my place, opposite of the cabinet. To my left is the blue-clad Lily, and to my right sits the pink Hanako. The okay, good place to put the tea table, right on their faces. Good. The tea set on the table looks cute, as well as practical, painted red with floral motif. It looks odd when contrasted with Lily's plain, but generally sophisticated-looking furniture, which leads me to think that Hanako might have picked it out. There is a slight ting when Hanako accidentally clips the teapot on a cup as she is pouring. She breathes in sharply. She must be really nervous, as it's not the kind of thing anyone would worry about. Hanako quivers at her mistake. It's okay, Hanako. There's no need to be nervous. Hanako seems to find some confidence in Lily's reassuring, soft-spoken words, and deftly the pours the next 2 cups. Here you are, Ramsey. Lily. Hanako carefully places a cup and saucer in front of Lily and myself. I could get used to service like this. I know exactly what's going through my fucking mind right now in this game. Thank you, Hanako, says Lily. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. Lily
See,
searches.
the issue is, Hizao isn't as cool as you want him to be.
Like,
Like he makes a few actions that really point towards him being like a huge idiot who doesn't know anything about nothing.
I mean, that's
But you'll
like
see
me.
that. You'll see that one day.
One day.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, he does
Come
some,
on.
like he does some stuff that like blocks the good stuff, and it's like, come on,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, come
Yeah,
on.
but he's a main character, so he's gotta be debonair. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not. He
Okay.
like he fumbles out of the situation like a bink.
Like a pink.
Yeah, he's like, uh-oh. Well, let me set the stage, okay?
Uh-oh, gotta dash.
Get ready for some massive spoilers.
No. Okay, Lily
ready.
searches for her cup and upon finding it, sips delicately. I do the same. This tea tastes somewhat better than the tea we usually have at school. This is nice. It's so different from any other tea that I had before. That's because it's mixed with blood. Looks like you picked the right one, Hanako. You've done well, even if it was a bold. You've done well, my student. Even if it was a bold move. Hanako's smile returns, redoubled. Even with her brightened face, her shy smile couldn't be called anything but cute. I'm glad you like it. He's like a fucking dad! That's what he's like. He's like a dad. Hanako, finally beginning to relax, sips from her cup. Something about this makes me think about Lily's question at breakfast. Why am I friends with Hanako? Lily seems genuinely concerned for Hanako's well-being, but it's not like I can do anything to help her. As far as I can tell, her scars don't hold her back physically, and everyone I've met seems to have overcome their disabilities to some extent. I don't have ulterior motives to hang out with Hanako. We just share similar interests. Isn't that enough? Past is real, so I tear my heart open to feel. So, Ramsey, are you enjoying yourself? Lily's words break me out of my reverie. That's what it is. And I take a second to reconsider where I am. I'm in a room with 2 girls in their bedclothes. This is something to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's relaxing. Almost like I'm not at school anymore. Do you guys do this often? Quite often, but not as often as we take teach into the school building. Considering they do that nearly every day, it's not a big surprise. As I move to take another sip from my teacup, I find it sadly empty. That was delicious. Thank you, Hanako. You're welcome. Yes, you're most welcome, Ramsey. It's nice to have a third person here. Well, anytime you need someone to fill that position, I'm always available. Always. Always.
Yeah.
One must be sure to get one's point across in these circumstances. One must be sure to get one. One. That's a loose yawn, which she unsuccessfully hides with her hand. Pardon me, I think I'm a little tired. Ramsey, get the fuck out of my house. I think we're all a little tired, says Hanako. My, how astute we are tonight, Hanako. We really should head to bed. We all have class tomorrow, says Lily. Yeah, I should go. Thank you for your presence, Ramsey. Thanks. You'll come again?
Oh, good.
Not even.
181,000 people watching Mega Man.
Not, not even a whole army could stop me. Man, I'm bold. I'm impressed by your determination, Ramsey. Either way, you're right. We'd best get going. I stand up and make for the door. Hanako gingerly stands up behind me. You're a piece of shit, Sonic. I stop and face her. I
You
stop and
tricked
face
Steve,
her.
didn't you?
Are you? Yes, he did. Are you coming with me? Says I. Hanako instantly blossoms into a full blush. No, not. This room isn't. It's okay. I was only joking. Oh, okay. Good night. Good night, Hanako. Good night, Ramsey. Night all. And with that, our tea party finishes. I'm not sure what it is that Lily wants me to do for Hanako, but I don't want to let her down. I wait until the door has closed behind us before turning to Hanako. Hey Hanako, you don't have to be nervous around me or anything. I mean, we're friends, right? Right. We're friends.
Don't say the F word.
We're if you ever want to hang out or
Right,
anything,
fucker.
just let me know. You still kill yourself and have that chess rematch, remember? Sure. Sure. But I don't think you'll win. Shakes shy fist. It wouldn't be fun if it wouldn't be any fun if it was easy. Hanako seems to give a muted laugh, but she could have just as easily been exhaling. Good night, Ramsey. With that, Hanako quickly retreats into a room located next to Lily's. I start to walk back to my dorm, but the simple act of walking seems to drain me from my energy. I barely make it to my room before I'm hit by a wave of exhaustion. I kick off my shoes, fall into bed, and fall asleep. This is now a pussy show, rated 18. Too many,
Right, fucker.
too many hairy pussies on this show. Sonic, go get
Okay,
Pikachu.
Joel.
Alright, fall into bed and fall asleep by the time my head hits the pillow. How very
Meow.
anime of me. Dude, I've like cleared like 4 chapters already. Jesus
Meow.
Christ.
Meow. Meow.
Okay. Hello everyone of the YouTubes. This is Swain. This is Swain and his cat.
As he talks to his cat.
As you can see, he's a troubled boy. And
You are a fucking mentally retarded idiot.
I pulled my door closed, ready for another day of classes.
Sleep
No.
well.
No. Kenji's sudden arrival makes me jump, and I narrowly avoid butting heads with him. I know he has poor eyesight, but he knows who I am now. Does he still have to stand this close? Oh, yeah, like a baby.
Damn, why do people say that? Have you ever heard a baby sleep?
You don't want to be petted now,
They
aren't you?
scream all night, every night. Babies don't sleep well, ever.
Yeah, your mom did last night too.
Well, there goes my rest. Got him!
Nicely done.
Well, there goes my restful state. I have to remember to never use figures of speeches with Kenji. Alright, I get your point. It was a figure of speech.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Where were you last night? I had a favor to ask, but you weren't around.
Yes,
course.
eat the microphone.
For for a split second, I considered one of them were so hot they were burned. For a split second, I considered telling Kenji the truth that I was spending time with Hanako and Lily. Thankfully, that split second passes as soon as it came. I was just checking out the local area and stuff. You know, recon.
Good man, good. I knew you were the type to plan ahead.
Anyway, what was this favor you wanted?
I was gonna get some takeout, but I needed change.
Wait, what? I gave you money last week and you still haven't paid me back.
I was starting to think you were cool.
Kenji fishes around his pocket and produces his wallet. As he counts out the 400 yen he owes me, I can clearly see at least two 10,000 yen notes. Hey, what the hell? Why are you borrowing money off me when you've got that much cash? Kenji hisses a little, realizing he's been had.
Get off my case, man. It's bad luck to break a big note for anything less than half its value. It's the tycoon's rule. Last night's dinner is gonna cost me 7 years of bad luck. 7 years. Don't you think that's enough cause to help someone out?
You know what sucks?
I'd get a shorter
What?
sentence if I
Everything.
just stole the stuff.
My common sense screams at me to say something to him, but thankfully I restrain myself. Arguing a point like this with Kenji will just lead to further and more complicated discussions. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe you should plan these things a little better.
I can't. Oh, whoop. There goes my. Yep. There we go. I'm back in. Yeah, man. I know. But I've just got so much stuff to do. It's hard, and you're never around anymore, so I'm on my own. We're supposed to be brothers in brotherhood, remember?
Yeah, I get you. Global conspiracy and such. I'll keep my ear to the ground. Kenji draws close enough for me to get a whiff of his garlic-tainted breath. God, nice. Good.
Better, man. You're already spending less time here. That's the first thing they do. They'll try to split us up, divide and conquer. Sun Tzu said that.
Roger that. Now I've got to be going. I've got classes. You coming?
Nah, I'm tired. I stayed up all night just trying to make sure nothing was gonna happen after splitting that note.
As rational as ever, I see.
Whatever. Night.
Kenji scurries back into his room, and I hear him throwing his locks as I walk down the hallway.
Thank God.
Like he picks up his locks and he throws them across the room. That is why some people can't rule their tongue, or why their second toe is longer than their big toe. Muto beams a half-moon smile at us, obviously proud of his explanation of recessive genes. However, no matter how impressed he is at the science that defines who we are, the classroom seems to be reduced to a stupor. Why is it that the bad explanations can make even the most interesting themes things were
Okay.
I can see Muto deflate as he realizes that nothing he's said in the past half hour has sunk in. Whispered conversations start to break the silence. Like an avalanche, the noise level in the classroom starts to rise. Defeated, Muto identifies some questions from the textbook and sets to clearing off the black. I'm never drinking when I play this game ever again, so long as I breathe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that. the
What
time
is he
killed
taking a
himself.
shot every word he speaks?
No, I've just been drinking the whole time. I'm literally into my 3rd bottle of Jack Daniels, and I drank a bottle of vodka before that. Don't worry, it's only 80% alcohol. Almost as if
On a
expected.
scale of 1 to 10, how sober are you?
Almost as if expected, Hanako packs up her things and leaves as soon as people start talking and laughing among themselves. I gotta piss over.
Alright, fucker.
Oh, damn it.
Don't lose your way.
Do you
Man,
have
is that really a bad song? That's a strong start for a bad song.
I'm back. Anyway, Sonic, would you get copyrighted for that?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's less than 14 seconds. He's fine.
Okay.
close at 5, actually, but yes, it should be fine.
The initial shock of seeing someone play so
Only
blatantly-
on Sonic's YouTube channel can we play Kiwano Sojo and talk about copyright simultaneously.
We've talked about such random bullshit. We played some random bullshit while playing this game. You have to watch. It's a good series. And Sonic's Not Real. This is mine and Eva's channel where we play games together.
I'm just
We're
I'm just a figment of your imagination, brought on by the massive amount of ADHD medication and Red Bull you've been drinking.
Joke's on you. I haven't been drinking Red Bull. Just mass amounts of alcohol.
Except for
Where is
Gorbach.
Michelle in all this?
The initial. She's sitting here. She's on the bed. The initial shock of seeing someone play so blatantly truant has started to fade.
What, blatantly what now?
Truant.
Oh,
He's a
drunk.
little past drunk. Let's give him a
Of course.
break.
Yeah, come on, kid. But it doesn't stop me from wondering. He's well past Tron Legacy.
Oh god.
I love that movie.
That movie
It's so
was
good.
terrible.
Oh, it was great.
Save
she-
me now.
No, it was good. She's cute. It's a cute.
Is
it's a cute
is she leaving because she didn't want people? Wait, what happened? The initial shock of seeing someone play so blatantly truant
She
has
left.
started to fade. But
Hanukkah left.
who's she? Oh, Hanukkah left. Okay.
The person who leaves every time.
I'm sorry, shush.
Come on.
She doesn't want people to speak to her, or is it just the thought of people around her shattering her peace? Before I can think about the topic any further, the lunch bell rings. I wonder if she was simply taking the opportunity to leave early. The usual clamor of students exchanging books for lunch reverberates around the room, while the music distracts as I grab my lunch and head out the door. Lily Hazard sits in the tea room, setting out her lunch alone. So Hanako is not here then. Oh, Ramsey, how are you? I haven't met Hanako since the morning, I'm afraid. That's right, Hanako and Lily live next to each other. Somehow I think their morning conversations are slightly more grounded than Kenji's ramblings. That's strange. She left class early, so I figured that she'd come here. So she's leaving class. So she's still leaving. So she's still leaving class early. No? Yeah, I've seen her do it a few times. Lily drops her head a little, and her tone of voice is notably depressed. It's very reminiscent of someone who is used to hearing bad news. Hold on. Just next time I fuck up a line, I'm actually going to beat my hand off of my desk in rage. So I don't want to hurt myself while doing it. It's very reminiscent of someone who is used to hearing bad news. I was so sure that she'd stop doing that once you two became friends. Everyone has their own pace, I suppose. Well, I was wondering about... What is that noise? Okay. Well, I was wondering about just that... Sorry. Kimbo was chewing on the door. Anyway. Well, I was wondering about just that today. Why exactly does she leave? I'm not entirely sure myself. I personally think it's because she doesn't want to be put in a situation where she has to answer someone. I have a flashback of my first meeting with her. Then I thought she looked like a cornered animal. Maybe I wasn't far from the truth. To the days when I was young, memory feels so wrong. Anyway, but she seems fine with talking to you and with me a bit. It's a little more complex than that. But I imagine that the first thing most people ask her is about her scars and what happened. She really talks about it with me, but I can tell that she doesn't like to remember whatever happened back then. Leaving class and running away from discussions is a preemptive strike, if you will. Huh. So then how does that explain her talking to me? You said it yourself yesterday at breakfast. You tried to ignore her scars. Once she saw that you weren't going to ask her about that, she opened herself up to you. I guess you're right. Maybe, I don't know. You better, you know her better than I, so I'll take your word for it.
Just express the emotions. Take a swig.
I wouldn't worry about that. But I'm sure you'll come to know her as well as I do soon enough. I welcome the prospect of having a new friend, and the two of you have such similar interests. Eva, you went to a bar. Did you get the
No, it was an Irish bar.
Oh, they didn't serve? Fuck.
No, so they would have punched me in the face because it's an Irish bar.
Come on. What? So did you
Black
just
and
order?
tan is the thing that's the Irish don't like.
Okay, well, what the fuck did you order then?
They got a Caesar, and then I just did shots.
Okay.
I went
I
to
mean-
like a different bar and watched some live music last night, and I got rum and coke mostly, and then
You
Manhattan, I
can-
think.
You have to have the whatever I told you to have.
No, it's too weird.
Come on. I welcome the prospect of her having a new friend, and the two of you have such similar interests. Well, I hardly count reading as a team sport. It is good you have company, though. That's my point. Hanako is still an average person at heart. She also wants company at times like that. Huh, I see. To be honest... Whoa, hold on. To be honest, both of you still confuse me a little. That's only natural, Ramsey. I've replaced the main character's name with Ramsey, by the way, Swain. So we've only known each other for a little while. It's unreasonable to expect you to understand us, just as we can't understand you. But that is half the fun of becoming friends, right? Yes, yes, it is. I say, whatever. Although I suppose there's a matter of us being opposite genders. Men and women do seem to confuse each other quite often. She says this with a light giggle, finding amusement at the odd little details of life. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna start eating. No, go ahead. I think I'll eat something too. I've got some books I want to drop back at the library before class starts, so I'd better get a move on. You'll probably find Hanako there as well. If you do see her, can you tell her? Oh my.
Apple pen.
Michelle dropped something that scared me. Alright, you'll probably find Hanako there as well. If you do see her, can you tell her to stop by my
Right,
room? with me?
fucker.
I'd like to. I'd like to talk to her. You're not coming? Unfortunately, I have a class. I have a class representative.
He has the clap.
I have a class representatives meeting later, so I'll be gone as soon as I've finished my lunch. But okay then, if I don't see her in the library, then I'll tell her in class. I'm sure she'll be back after lunch. Your full size as you start to eat, and I take a second to reflect upon our conversation. I've been brought a muffin. I always thought a Hanako's shyness was due to her being self-conscious of her scars. But that's a pretty superficial way of looking at her. Just when I thought I was able to see through the fog of Lily and Hanako, I realized that I'm more lost than when I started. Oh, sorry. Lily quickly finishes her lunch, acutely aware of their meeting. I don't blame her. Shizune is most likely going to be there, and I doubt she wants to give her the satisfaction of another argument. I must be off. Same time tomorrow. Same time, same channel. I'd better be head off too. I don't want to risk being late. Lily smiles gently, picking up her cane and walks out into the hall. I turn my back on Lily as we head in opposite directions. For some reason, I find myself hoping she doesn't get into another fight with Shizune. As much as I like Lily, Shizune and Misha have been pretty instrumental in helping me adjust, even if half our conversations are thinly veiled recruitment attempts. And again, I barely know either of them. Maybe they were previously leaders of some kind of secret society, but their love for each other drove them apart. Man, I need to stop reading cheap fiction. It's rotting my brain. Either that or I've got to move away from Kenji and his bad influence. I think I've said that like in every chapter thus far. Like since Act 2 started. Like, do it already. It's sad that I can't tell the two apart anymore. I slide my books down the return chute, and they crash into the cart with a pleasant thud. Yuko, however, scared the shit out of me. Yuko, however, doesn't seem as impressed as I am. So, you scared me? Sorry, I thought you would be used to that by now. Whereas the literacy level here is so low that nobody borrows any books. Jesus, dude! My god! Huh? No, I think everyone here can read fine. Yeah, never mind, bitch. There's some battles. There are some battles you can never win. Trying to explain jokes is one of them. My dad taught me that the hard way. Say, Yuko, have you ever seen Hanako about? Have you ever seen? Have you
Well,
seen
we know
Hanako
who
about?
doesn't know English here.
Have you seen Hanako about? She left class early and she wasn't in her usual hiding place. I think I saw her sneak in before lunch. Oh, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone that. I just told you that I saw her leave. No need to stress out. Oh, of course. She's probably in the back. Thanks. Getting new books in recently? No, sorry. I'll let you know when we do, though. Okay. If there's one thing I know about librarians, part-time or otherwise, is that they appreciate people who take genuine interest in their work. She's with the establishment. Books are for the establishment goers. I walk a lonely road to Hanako's reading nook. Picking out a few titles along the way. Sometimes I find it just hard to discover a book that will interest me among the shelves. An author's name and a two-word title don't mean much in a sea of similar words. For that reason, I sometimes reread books that I read in the past. Better to bet on the favorite than the runner. Title from a familiar offer peeks out among the spines of its neighbors, so I remove it from the shelf. At least I'm not going over old material. He removes it from the shelf and just throws it out the window. No more.
What was it? The autobiography about 3 Days Grace? How to properly slice your arms?
That's it. No, I think that was My Chemical Romance.
No, I think it was 3 Days Grace I made the joke with the first time.
Okay.
Your joke sucks.
Everybody break away from everything. If you can't stand. Alright. Take yourself to higher places.
That was their worst album, too. And a lot of their albums are bad.
Living in a world so cold. At least I'm not going over old material. Alright, come on. Uh-huh. Hold on.
Apple pen.
There it is.
Yeah.
Just one.
It's a joke!
Oh, good.
One more. Alright. As expected, Hanako sits on her beanbag, very deep in a copy of Dance, Dance, Dance. Hi, Hanako. How's it going? I fight the urge to ask why she left class early. If Lily's suspicions were right, then asking her about that could affect could have opposite effects. Best to leave for the next. Oh. Best to leave it for the time being. Sometimes the best way to get an answer from someone is to never ask questions. Hello, Ramsey. I'm fine. Something seems off, and after a couple of seconds I realize what it is. Hanako's smiling. She looks as if she's pleased to see me. It's a nice change from the usual instinctive, frightened reaction instinctively frightened reaction. That's something I hope I can see more of as we get to know each other better. But I didn't want to fuck her. Good to
Right,
hear.
fucker.
How's the book? I've heard it's a trip. It's good, I think. I've only just started it, so I don't really know. One moment. Again. This muffin won't eat itself. Alright. No,
Let's see
it's
what
chocolate
it's-
chip muffin.
I prefer blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry's good.
It's good stuff.
What is this like the best muffin?
No, it's just a muffin.
You are
Right.
a fucking mentally retarded idiot.
Like,
was a
like
comment.
because like our Sam's Club used to have like the best like brown sugar cinnamon with a hint of apple. They were glorious muffins.
Anyway,
With some
Fair enough.
apple though.
Yeah, what's an
Man.
apple?
shut up,
like
shut up,
the
shut up,
apple
shut up,
pie.
shut up, shut up,
It's the
shut,
worst.
shut up.
Conversation
Fair,
sucks.
fair enough. Let me know how it goes. I may borrow it once you're done. I say to her firmly after smacking Sonic across the face. Sure, says Hanako. There's
I
a good
just
bit-
imagine in
Kill
in
yourself.
Gormash's character in this, he just has multiple personality disorder, and each time we talk, it's a different personality.
Yeah, like I walk up to Hanako and I say a few lines and then I suddenly break into random vibrant conversation with myself, like punching myself and shit. Yeah. Any moment I could just die. There's a good 15 minutes left of lunch. Not really enough to get into a book, but too much to stand around doing nothing. And Hanako's already returned to rereading, so I doubt I'll get much conversation from her. Oh well, I better make myself comfortable. I slouch into a beanbag and crack open my book. The familiar style of the opera. The familiar style of the author leaps out at me from the very first. As the sentence turns paragraphs, I start to relax. I'm sorry.
Did Wham Wham have some gas?
I'm sorry, but that didn't make sense. Could you please repeat
It's-
What?
Alternate personality C has no idea what the fuck's going on right now. What's going on the soundboard?
Me
Belch.
moaning and then turning it into a very loud
Don't
burp.
lose your way.
As the sentence turns into paragraphs, I start to relax a little. But no matter.
The funny part is only two of the alternate personalities have any idea what's going on. The rest are completely oblivious. And that's the
there's
best
only there's only two personalities that anybody in the YouTube can hear. Sonic has his mic muted. But no matter how hard, so whenever I talk to Sonic, it just sounds like I'm talking to myself. But no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to get myself into the atmosphere of the book. And this is partially due to the lack of time, but the more distracting factor is Hanako. And her big old jets! Anyway, every 10 or so seconds, she peers over the top of her book, but when our eyes meet, she quickly ducks behind the covers. I guess she didn't want to talk about something after all. What's up? You look like a prairie dog on lookout. Nah, but nothing. It's nothing. I told you before, nothing means something when you say it like that. Hanako squirms a little in her beanbag,
Oh,
hoping
I
that by
lost the
changing
gun.
her position, she'll find the word she's looking for. I was in an accident. Oh fuck. Accident? Just how? Are you alright? Hanako shakes her head, her hair flowing around her shoulders in wisps of amethyst on the background of pale and dark flesh. No, when I was younger. Realization crashes into me like a semi. When I when I was sorry, Hanako. You don't want to. Again, she shakes her head. No, I have to tell you. Shut up, this is deep.
It was warm.
When I was young.
It smelled so tasty.
Shut up. When I was
There
young.
was cinnamon and a faint smell of.
Shh. You just turned to a robot, and then like when you came back, it's like so tasty. Anyway, my
This
My-
was in crayon. It's the best.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. My house burned down, and I nearly shut up, Swan. Shut up. This is deep. My house burned down, and I nearly didn't make it.
Thankfully, I was
After-
in the oven. The only part that didn't.
Shut
work.
up! After that, I was alone. Hanako's eyes glisten in the dim light of the library, and I reach out to grasp her hand. It's okay, Hanako. You don't have to keep going.
It's okay, Hanako.
I have shh, Swan. I'm fucking mute Swan now. I have to. Why? What brought this on? Last night,
Last night,
Lily.
Lily told me about your dick.
And how it was only 4.5 inches.
and
I really like that reference you made, Sonic.
yeah,
I'm glad you were the one to make it for the first time ever.
Yeah,
No one else has ever done it that I've heard.
yeah, that's good. Hey, Sonic, where's that reference from? Do you know?
Oh, I know, it's from Always Sunny.
Something about what? I hate you so much.
Oh, the Philadelphia Experiment, that one movie?
Yeah, that's that serious ass movie has the words Magnum Dong in it. And I didn't. All right, shut up. And I didn't think it was fair. Fair? That I knew about you, but you didn't know about me. I squeeze Hanako's hand a little. Don't be silly. But yes, I have a heart condition. I lean a little closer to Hanako. What I didn't tell Lily is that I had my first heart attack when a girl confessed to me. I smile a little to break the tension. Really?
So don't you fucking say it.
If you fucking
I
say
swear to God, I'll die right now.
I swear to God, you'll fucking
Alternate
come.
personality LNEC does disagree with this situation. I want to die right now.
Really? Yo, take it with me, bitch.
There he goes.
Good. Really, I haven't heard from her for a while though, so I guess it's all over. I know it's all over. There's no other way to interpret what happened the last time I saw her. In some ways, not having heard from her again has helped me move on from that period of my life. So now we both know a little more about each other, but you don't have to talk about things. if you don't.
Okay, I'm back. What the fuck?
In fact, I feel a little bad even thinking about the whole incident. I can almost smell the hospital's disinfectant burning my back of the sinuses again. What? Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry. They're burning the
worries.
back of my sinuses. I imagine Hanako is growing through the same thing right now. When
Yeah,
I was
except
in
the
the
burn
hospital.
word smells good.
Yeah, and it's not on your back.
Yeah.
When I was in the hospital, I went to the burn ward once, and only once. I was bored, so I went for a walk through all the wards.
Heh.
I went through oncology and thought I could take it.
Yeah, oncology.
But when I got to the burn ward, I turned around and went back to my bed. To think that Hanako would have to spend months in that place, smelling nothing but corrupted skin, strong disinfected and sterilized air. The really bad cases.
And those tasty bun muffins.
The really bad cases were kept in isolated pods that no foreign objects can enter. That would mean no reading.
That would
I
mean
would have
no
gone.
boning.
I would. No boning with the crisps. I would have gone insane if I didn't have my books in the hospital. And she said she was alone. Did her parents die? Fuck. I'll have to ask Lily about it. I can imagine myself saying something dumb unintentionally. Thank you, Izao. Ramsey! Who's Izao? I haven't told many people about this. To be honest, I haven't told many people about my circumstances either. Then I won't tell anyone either. Fuck Lily, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, fuck Lily.
What the hell, man? I tell her this shit that I didn't want anyone to know, and she goes behind my back and just tells Hanako? Fuck that.
Yeah, she told you, she was like, hey, I gotta talk to Tanako about something.
Yeah, she deal.
It's like, wow, thanks.
Thanks for having my back, bitch. I changed my grip on Hanako's hand into a handshake as a warming felt shine. Oh my god. You
We did a little side hug.
stupid fuck. Through the window. Well then, we'd better head back to class then, eh, friend? Punch his elbow. Or shoulder, rather. Sure, says Hanako. And then everything fades to white and we die.
Hell yeah.
Yay! Alternate personality C gets his way. Yay!
Act 3. Castling. Oh hey, we're done Act 2. This has been Act 2 of Katawa Shoujo. Thanks for listening. This is the end of it and we're not recording any further. Bye.
You guys are idiots.
What?
I know it's great.